Welcome to TechnorazziLIVE, the show that lets you ask questions of metrology experts. I'm your host, Dirk Ducharme. We've got a packed show today. We're here at the brand new facility for Mitutoyo America Corporation in Aurora, Illinois. Also happens to be their 50th anniversary. And here to tell us all about it is Mark Izumi, Advertising and Promotions Manager for Mitutoyo America Corporation. Mark, what's going on today? 50th anniversary plus brand new building. Tell us a little bit about what's going on.
That is correct. We had humble beginnings in 1963, based out of New York City, and 50 years later, here we are in Aurora, Illinois, with a brand new state-of-the-art facility. Back in the day, we had probably a couple hundred products. Now we're over 6,500 products.
Well, and in this facility is what, a sales facility and a demo facility, or what all are we doing here?
This is actually an all-encompassing facility. We have consolidated into one building. Before we had sales and service and all the other aspects of our business in three separate buildings. Now we're consolidating into one. So this improves communication. It gets it helps us provide better level of service to our customer.
Okay, and right now obviously we're in the lobby, I'm assuming?
Correct. We're starting out in the lobby. This is the lobby area. As far as the design of the building is concerned, we really wanted to showcase and highlight our calibration lab as well as our equipment, which you can see from the lobby as we go through the middle of the historical hallway here.
Okay, so we're going to look at the calibration lab, your repair facility. You also have some sort of training center here as well, is that right?
That is correct. We have the Mitutoyo Institute of Metrology, which we provide classes for over 100 students at a time. So this is, yes, that's another aspect of what it is.
And as well as looking at this brand new facility and being able to see all the cool stuff they've got here, we're going to look at 6 pieces of equipment, I believe, too.
Yes.
And what are they?
We're going to start out with a measuring microscope, MFUD. We're going to work our way over to a Mach Kogami with a robot incorporated with it. We've got a new caliper, and this is the thing that I was talking about as far as the surprise product. Okay. And then we've got a surf test probe, a Revo scanning probe, and a QV stream high-speed vision system. Okay,
and we're going to be looking at all those and kind of interspersed throughout the show. If you have any questions for anything that you see during the show, send them to techno-live@qualitydigest.com. This is live, so we'll get your questions on the air. Some of them we may answer as we're going along, some of them we may wait to the very end, but we'll try to get all your questions in. So be sure to send your questions to techno-live@qualitydigest.com. The link should be right below your player page there. So next we're going to the history?
Yes, the historical hallway. So let's get started there, and then we can work our way into the metrology.
Okay, and as you're doing that, I'm going to go to the M3 Solution Center to get set up for the first demo.
Perfect.
Okay, great. Okay.
Great, thanks. Okay, so let's get started here in our historical hallway and corridor. It all began with humble beginnings with Nihon Numata back in 1934. So Mitutoyo America Corporation is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. However, Mitutoyo Japan is actually celebrating their 80th anniversary in April of next year. So, you know, again, we've got some significant events coming up, and you know, the founder really talked about a lot of the guiding principles in which we believe in today. So let's kind of go through the rest of the historical corridor. So if we go over here, we've got a historical timeline which describes a lot of the events that we go through in the 50 years of our history. And if we move over here, we get into the philosophy: good environment, good people, good technique. This is again one of the founder's principles that we still follow to this day. And as you can see too in the background, there's a lot of museum relics of micrometers, which is where our company actually got started, with the micrometer. Now we've got over 6,500 products, but inevitably it started out with the micrometer. So speaking of which, we get into quality, and I want to show you one of the first micrometers that was ever produced in 1937 in the Mitutoyo factory. So this is one of 2 pieces that we know of. And we have pleasure in having one of them here for display purposes. And again, quality, you know, quality is what drives us here at Mitutoyo America Corp. It is one of the driving principles. Verification and traceability are very important when it comes to our customers. So these are some things that our customers look to us for. And then we get to the 50-year anniversary book. This book will be produced and wrapped up after the events. We certainly want to incorporate some of the 50-year celebration into this book. So right after the celebration, we'll be back in production and getting it out and printed. And determined spirit. This is, again, when we talk about Yihan Numata, our founder, he believed in the three abundances, which to complete a man was wisdom, benevolence, and valor. So again, these are some core principles in which we still strive to achieve today. Now on to Dirk and the new M3 Solution Center.
Thanks, Mark. And now we are actually in the M3 Solution Center, where we're going to take a look at 6 different products from Mitutoyo. The first one we're going to look at is going to be presented to us by Pat Harkness. You're the product manager at Mitutoyo, is that right?
That is correct.
And what are we looking at today?
Today we're looking at the MFU D generation microscope. The MFU D generation microscopes offers a new realm of high magnification microscopes, and the platform of the microscope is 16 by 8 in the X and Y, as well as the Z axis of 6 inches. The unit is completely motorized. As you can see, we have three.
I can hold that for you if you need to show something.
Okay. As you can see, we have 3 objectives on the system that is manufactured by Mitutoyo Japan. Right now, we offer several different types of objectives, from NIR to NUV and other objectives. This system is capable of 200x magnification currently. As well as the system, as you can see, has a vision unit that is hooked up to our QS software package, which allows measurement in all 3 axes, again, X, Y, and Z. The system is also equipped with bright field, dark field, as well as polarization. I'm going to give a brief demo on how the laser autofocus and the autofocus and the just simple focus, point focus works on this system.
Okay. So there's multiple different types of focuses.
There's 3. One is an optic focus, and right now you can see. Right now we're just measuring feature to feature on this part right now. I'm going to just gather some data, and you can set up the program over here on the right-hand side to from feature to feature on the workpiece itself. Right now, I'm just going to do a simple tracking autofocus. As the unit or as the workpiece changes, it steps up in the Z-axis. You don't need to adjust anything. The Z-axis will adjust itself as you're going through step by step on the workpiece itself. And then you have just a simple autofocus with the optic itself, and then back to just focus with the laser.
So the laser is helping you focus when for the Z or for anything?
It's actually focusing on the Z-axis itself.
Okay. So, and the optical, what's the difference between the laser focus and the optical focus, or the different applications?
The optic focus is done by the objective itself versus a laser actually going through the objective. And
just because I'm not familiar with the difference, where would you use optical focus as opposed to laser focus?
Well, I mean, basically the system is designed for many different markets. You know, from semiconductor to electronics to metallurgy and biological applications. So it's a very diverse product and very versatile.
Okay. And what did you say the volume was on it again?
It's 16 by 8 by 6 inches in the Z. The platform of the microscope itself is 16 by 8, and the Z is 6 inches.
And obviously you're capable of taking measurements, and dimensional measurements, and so forth. Okay.
Yes, with the QS pack software, it allows you to measure from feature to feature, diameters to diameters, and again, the system is equipped with it can come equipped with the vision unit in order for this machine to be capable of running with that software.
Okay. And so this was the
MFU D generation microscope.
Okay. Well, Pat, thanks for showing that to us.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right.
And now we're actually going to walk into the M3 Solution Center, where we're going to take a look around and take a look at everything that's in this room. It's a brand new room. There's a lot of really cool equipment in here. And here to take us through it is Mark Izumi again. Mark, I'll let you have that. And you're going to take us through the whole facility here, right?
That's correct. Brand new facility. We just put, I don't know if the paint's even dry yet, but we managed to get it done. We can walk around this way. Being a world leader in metrology, we certainly wanted our products to represent being a world leader. So this new metrology center is state-of-the-art. As you can see, there's a lot of LCDs, large LCDs. A lot of our products are software-driven. So of course we want to showcase that and highlight that. One of the big features of the metrology center is the fact that we've got this big customer-centric overhead graphic. It's dynamic. It runs off a projector, and we can put customer messaging or product demos and that kind of thing on there.
Well, that actually was a question. So is this a demo center, or is it also, can people bring parts in here to actually be measured, or what's the actual functionality?
Oh, sure,
here?
Absolutely. People can bring in their parts, get them measured, get them verified, and make sure that things look good.
Okay, and you have a special customer come in, their logo will show up there.
That is correct. We get the logo up there, and they'll feel special.
Okay, that's always great.
Okay, so now we're moving towards the east side of the metrology center over here, and over here we've got a granite plate with some of our height gauges on it. We've got some quick scope and vision items here. So what we try to do is we try to categorize these items by product group. And each product group has a specific color. So in this case, it's green. So for vision over here, we've got green. For the middle and small tools, we've got red. We've got our form products back in this corner as far as surface contour and roundness. And then in the middle here, we've got MeasureLink. And this is our MeasureLink software package for data collection and data analysis.
So in this room, basically all of the Mitutoyo products are represented in some way. Maybe not all the models, but certainly the technology.
Certainly, yeah.
Okay.
We do have a full line of product here available for people to look at.
Okay.
Exactly. We move back to the center of the room, and we've got the portable surface roughness testers. We get into the small tool area. We've got a couple applications running on these iPads. And then we get into the bigger items, the major items, the coordinate measuring machines.
Okay, and we'll be taking a look at all of those here pretty soon. Remember, if you've got any questions related to the new facility or certainly any of the products that we're going to be looking at today, remember to send your questions to techno-live@qualitydigest.com, and we will get your questions onto the show. Maybe during the show, maybe towards the end, but we'll get them on here. So send your questions to techno-live@qualitydigest.com. Mark, thanks a lot.
Sure.
I'll grab that from you.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going to take a look at our next product. This is the Mach Kogami. Do I have that right?
Yes.
And this is, and you're Ken Myers. You're a product specialist, product manager.
Actually, no. I'm a engineer for our Integrated Applications Solutions group, where we do custom gauging or help the customer integrate our equipment into their production lines.
Okay, why don't we step this way a little bit, because we're going to get a close shot of some of your Kogami. We're actually going to look at, this is a CMM with a robot, is that right?
Yes, this is our Mach Kogami. It's our latest offering in our Mach line of CMMs. It's designed around integration and inline, nearline applications. They're built for high speed, high throughput, high accuracy applications where the customer needs nearline and inline quality needs.
Okay, and how's it work? I mean, what are we actually seeing here?
Well, what we have here is a FANUC pick and place robot where the customer would load a part into the cell. They would come over here, press the button which would start the cycle, and then the robot will pick up the part and then place it into the CMM for measurement. So once that takes place, the CMM will then begin to measure once the robot is clear and take all the necessary measurements that the customer has programmed into the machine. The Kogami uses our standard mCosmos CMM software that runs on all of our CMMs, and then feeds back the information to our SPC software, MeasureLink.
So this would basically allow you to do automated inline product verification, that product testing sort of thing.
Exactly. It
testing,
shortens the time in between the time when parts are made and then they're inspected in a quality lab. So there could be a large amount of scrap in between the time when you find a defect. So this actually allows you to shorten that time and produce less scrap.
Now, is anything being done with the results? So you pick up a product, you put it on the CMM, it makes some measurements. I'm assuming it compares those measurements to the original design intent through CAD, right?
Yes, we're using CAD. You can use CAD as one of our pieces in our mCosmos software to program your part, even offline. And then it feeds back to MeasureLink, which stores all the historical data, but it also real-time passes the information back to the robot to give it a judgment and where to place the part. So when that CMM is complete now, the robot will go back, pick up the part, and place it in either an OK or a no good shoot.
Yeah, so it's actually doing sorting at the same time.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And this machine has an accuracy of 2.2 microns. It features our 0.02 micron scale technology, which is absolute, which means it holds its zero. Okay. There is no comparative measurement, so to speak, like some other products that are out there. This is a true CMM. So you just do a calibration with a master ball, and you can measure anything.
Okay, and now we're looking at it on a particular volume of CMM. What is this the only size of the Mach that is available on?
No,
or?
This is actually the smallest offering of our Mach line. This is our 12-12-8, which is 120 millimeters by 120 millimeters in the X and Y, and 80 millimeters in the Z.
Okay.
And then we have larger machines as well to increase volume. We have a 9-10-6, which is almost a meter by a meter.
Okay. Now, if people wanted to export data from let's talk about the software just a little bit.
Sure.
If they wanted to export data from, which this wasn't MeasureLink, this is a
mCosmos.
mCosmos.
mCosmos runs the CMM. It's actually performing the measurements.
Okay.
It takes that data based on the tolerances that you input, passes it over to MeasureLink.
Okay.
And then MeasureLink can be collecting all the data for history, and as well it's feeding back to our central database where it's being monitored almost like a management type.
I was going to say, MeasureLink is your software that actually can tie together all sorts of various equipment over an Ethernet or over a network, right?
Yes, that's our very own SPC software, which is actually written right here in this building.
Okay, all right. Anything else you want to touch on here?
One other thing was the cell itself was done by our solutions group, which is based out of our Mason office.
Okay.
And we're always willing to help our customers through all their measurement needs.
All right, I appreciate it. Okay, well, again, this is the Mach Kogami.
Mach Kogami, yes.
All right. Thanks a lot. And now we're going to throw it back over to, we got Mike Craney, and he's actually now in the new repair facility here at the new building here in Aurora, Illinois. Mike, over to you.
Hi, Dirk. Behind us is our brand new repair laboratory. In that laboratory, we bring gauges in from our warehouse to get warranty repaired in our laboratory environment. Once they're in the repair laboratory, we fix the gauges, and then they go to the calibration lab. The configuration behind me allows us to efficiently move the gauges from the warranty process to the certification process, and then out the door. This allows efficiencies for our 1,200 different parts that we calibrate per month. Most people who warranty repair their gauges do want it certified afterwards. This is brand new to Aurora, and we also maintain another one in Los Angeles. We do approximately 1,200 gauges a month with a 1 to 2 day turnaround on some gauges, and on others we have a 3 to 5 gauges. It does not only small tools, but major instruments. That's our new state-of-the-art repair facility. Back to you, Dirk.
Thanks, Mike. And now we're back here to look at yet another product. This is the Quick Vision Stream system. Do I have that right?
Yes, that is correct.
And this is Alan Sias. You're a
Alan
product specialist, product manager?
Product specialist for vision and optics.
Okay. And tell us about the Quick Vision.
So this is a Quick Vision Stream platform. Unlike standard vision equipment where it needs to accelerate and decelerate and then actually stop to take that image for analysis, this machine actually has a unique illumination system called a stroboscopic illumination system. What that allows us to do is increase the throughput of measurement significantly. We can do about 5 times faster throughput on a somewhat flat part, while maintaining a 1.5 micron accuracy with that speed.
So you're saying typical most vision systems, what, move into location, capture an image, move to another location, capture an image?
Yeah, actually there's a little bit more. It happens in microseconds, but it actually, over 300,000 features will add up over time to be a significant amount of time.
Okay.
The machine would accelerate, decelerate, wait for vibration to settle, digitize the image, process it, then re-accelerate and then start over.
So as you said, the advantage here is throughput.
Yeah, it's continuous motion. While it's acquiring images, it's measuring them in parallel.
Okay.
So it's called asynchronous technology.
Okay. And what kind of objects are we measuring? Just 2D objects or 3D?
We can actually measure 3-dimensionally using the standard vision mode. We have scale in each axis that's very accurate. As far as stream mode, we're currently doing 2-dimensional to increase the throughput. For example, a pattern of 30,000 diameters would take a standard vision machine about 8 hours to measure, or we can do that in about 45 minutes.
Wow. Now, what about field of view and stitching? I mean, if you're looking at a large object, you're moving a measurement, can all that data be tied together in the end, or an image tied together in the end? What's actually happening
Yeah,
here?
with the QVPAC software, we can create a datum structure, if you will. And as we're recalling those images, the images have a coordinate system attached to them. So as we recall them and do measurements on them, it's in its current state of an alignment. And so when we're done reporting all of our features, it's within that alignment that we recall those images.
Okay. Now, are there multiple models of the Quick Vision, or is this the only one?
This is actually what we call the QV Stream 404. The stage size in inch is 16 by 16 with a full 10-inch in Z. It's the midline size. The other 2 stage sizes, we have an 8 by 12 and a 26 by 24. And all of them also have a 10-inch Z axis.
Okay. And then the software this is using is what?
This is called QVPAC 10. It's actually a much easier to use platform that has a tree-based view when you're writing your part program. It's what we call modeless software. So when you turn the system on, it's already immediately ready for you to start programming. If you want to edit things, you can jump around the program seamlessly. You can insert and append without having to change modes, which can be a little bit cumbersome. You can do it right then while you're learning.
And how does this compare to other types of software? You said it was easier to use. I mean,
our previous generation was script-based only, and now we actually have the advantage of doing both. We could actually make it very easy for the operator to program, and we could also still retain our power users that can do custom type programming using the scripting language.
Okay.
And actually we support all of our existing customers with that legacy support.
And this also ties into MeasureLink as well?
Yeah, all of our Mitutoyo products can tie, even down to a digital caliper can tie into MeasureLink software.
Okay. And what about the accuracy on here?
This accuracy is 1.5 microns.
Okay. And the market, who's mostly using this type of equipment?
On standard vision, we've seen anywhere from automotive to electrical components, semiconductor markets. On the stream system, we're currently doing medical components, electrical components, and sheet metal type fab houses where they're more of a flat, 2-dimensional nature, and they need very high speed measurement and throughput.
Okay. So again, this is the Quick Vision Stream?
Yep.
Is that right?
Quick Vision Stream.
Okay. Alan, thanks for showing it to us.
Thank you.
All right. Great. So now we're going to walk over and take a look at what I believe is a brand new piece of equipment from Mitutoyo. And here to talk to us again is Pat Harkness. Hi, Pat.
How you doing?
All right.
Again?
All right. Again. There you go.
Mitutoyo continues to develop groundbreaking technologies for the metrology world, and this year holds the same as the previous. And with this new caliper here is called the AOS caliper, which is the Advanced Online Sensor Caliper, which will allow us to set the standard for the digital caliper world.
And maybe we can get that. We've got a little camera here set up
Yes.
that can. There we go. Yeah, there we can see
There we
the
go.
camera. There we go.
With this new technology, we have it's a known technology. It's called the electromagnetic induction sensor, as well as the redesign of the IC chip, allows for certain environmental issues that you may have, such as dirt and waters and what have you, get on the scale part of the digital caliper itself, which would prevent it from creating false readings on the digital caliper. As well as this design will also allow the battery life to maintain a 3.5-year battery life under standard operation. So that's
a big thing. I mean, typically we're used to switching the batteries out on these things with a lot of use. It was 6 months, 8 months.
Well, yeah, standard use, and basically it's probably 2 times greater than pretty much any caliper in the market.
Right.
So we're very excited about this new product. It will be around by the end of this year, going into the beginning of 2014. And again, this is one of the most important products that Mitutoyo sells to the market.
Yeah, I mean, everybody uses calipers. So
that's right.
Now, tell me a little bit more about the technology. So I think typically, if I understand right, on a standard caliper, it's got a scale and it's got some sort of optical means of reading that scale, right?
Yes, and that's where the AOS technology comes in. That is what is doing the reading of the scale itself.
So rather than optical, you use electromagnetic, or
electromagnetic.
Okay.
Induction is done on the scale side, where the reader head is actually doing the measurement. The reader is actually doing the measurement of the scale of the caliper itself.
So typically, then, if you get dirt or grime or machine oil or whatever, it's not going to interfere with the reading. With the reading,
yeah. I mean, basically, no false readings as it runs across that dirt and/or oil that is usually on the calipers itself.
And I'm assuming this is the interface and all that is, if they're using digital interface, that's going to be the same as what they're using. Is that
the SPC software, the SPC outputs on this and the peripherals are all exactly the same as the previous model. So there's no issues with changeover. If you need to buy the new caliper, all the peripherals will be the same.
Okay. And this is available on what sizes?
The sizes will range from 6, 8 to 12 inch for now.
Okay.
Yeah, and moving forward, I'm sure there will be more models coming. So.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay. Thanks, Pat.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, and now we're going to take a look at one of the other rooms here in the new facility here in Aurora, Illinois, the brand new Mitutoyo building. So we're going to throw it back over again to Mike Craney once again to hear about the new calibration center, the world-class calibration center, I should say. Mike, back to you.
Thanks, Dirk. Now we're going to look at our brand new calibration laboratory. It's recently been moved here from our Elk Grove Village office. So for the first time, we have everything in one facility. Over here, you'll actually see our gauge calibration real time with our temperature and humidity controls for both our high precision and our small gauge tool laboratory. As we walk across here, we can see the Legix style CMM, the highest accuracy CMM that Mitutoyo makes. This particular gauge has a 0.25 plus L over 1,000 accuracy. We do gauge calibration, we do step blocks and ring gauges, all on this particular gauges. Across the wall here, we see the history and the process of our entire calibration laboratory. Here, we now walk up to what we call the UMAP Ultra machine, a 0.25 plus L vision machine equipped with a 30 micron diameter stylus. It's ultra high accuracy and probably the most accurate vision machine in the world. Again, gauge block calibration. We move down the hall to our form equipment, which will be roundness, and you'll see some form equipment contour and surface roughness. To the heart of the lab is traceability with our gauge block checker. This particular lab, a Class 7 ISO, maintains a temperature of 20 C plus or minus 0.1 with a 0.03 gradient per hour. Mitutoyo has always been known for its traceability, and part of this is our direct traceability to national standards. A2LA as well as NIST standards are done in this laboratory. Back over here is our gauge block calibration. As you can see, we do our small tool calibration in the back here, and you can look at various ring gauges as well as optical flats and measurement standards. This is our gauge calibration laboratory. Back to you, Dirk.
And thanks, Mike. And now we're moving on to our next set of product demos. And the next thing we're going to look at, I think, is pretty unusual. At least I haven't seen it before. This is actually a surface surface roughness probe mounted on a CMM. Do I have that right?
That's correct.
Okay, and here we've got Chris Lee, product specialist,
I'm
right?
the form product specialist.
Okay, and this is pretty unusual. You've got a surf test probe, right?
Essentially, we've taken our most successful portable surface unit, the SJ210, and we've integrated it with our Krista Apex CNC CMM. So what we've done is, in conjunction with a PH10M probe system and rack from Renishaw, we've mounted it into it. So when deployed, the probe will go over the measurement area, it'll lower itself, and a diamond stylus makes a trace across the part and begins to take a reading.
Okay.
All this is programmable via our own Mitutoyo M Cosmos and Form Trace Pack software.
Okay. And I think we've got, if I can just interrupt, I see you've got a demo of this running on a screen over here. Maybe if we can just zoom into that screen, Dylan, we can actually watch a little demo, and once he gets on there, maybe you can just talk over what we're seeing.
Sure.
There we go.
As you see, the probe is over the part right now, and it's making the trace. It's a skidded detector, so the diamond is actually making contact with the part. As it's doing that, it's taking measurements, and it's processing the data through our software.
And because it's on a CMM, you can put this anywhere you want, just like you would a CMM probe.
Correct.
Okay. So in this case, you've gone inside some sort of part here. Yeah.
Correct. And there's various probes and styluses that you can use with it. There's different styluses for different applications.
Now, I've seen CMMs that have done some sort of surface measurement on them using a standard, maybe a standard touch probe or scanning probe. How would this be different?
Correct. A traditional stylus making contact gives you a direct correlation to many recognized standards, whereas other non-contact methods is to another standard.
So if they're using some sort of touch probe or something, that's not the same necessarily as using a real surface testing system.
Correct. Having this system gives you a direct correlation to the standards, and it's all the surface roughness properties are available at par with our standard skidded product, the SJ210.
Okay, now one thing I'm interested in is, so since this is on a CMM, are you able then to correlate that surface roughness measurement with a particular location on a part? Say maybe you've gone around the part, you've scanned it, or you've touch probed it, or whatever. Now you go back in, you pick up your surf test, you come back in, you make a measurement. So now on the results, you're able to correlate that surface roughness measurement with a specific spot on the part?
Correct. You're able to go back to the exact spot and look for the analysis, the surface analysis of that area through the two softwares that we combine, M Cosmos and Form Trace Pack.
Okay, that's interesting. So again, we're talking, the software is Cosmos, M Cosmos, right?
Cosmos.
And tied into that also is your regular surface analysis?
We have our option Form Trace Pack software, which does the surface analysis for our standard surface units.
And it's built into here then?
Is correct.
Okay. So was this basically, I mean, obviously you had to set up, create a machine that could go out and pick up a surf test probe on a CMM. Is that mostly a hardware change or a software change or a little both? I mean,
it's a hardware change. It's an adaptation of our successful surface unit. It's the first time a company has done so, to mount a traditional skidded surface detector onto a CMM.
And was this something that was kind of driven by the market? Were there people telling you, oh, it would be awesome if somehow we have this thing on a CMM, if we could do surface measurement on it?
Yes, I mean, this encompasses the CMM to be able to measure everything in the realm of industry.
Is there anything else we want to touch on here, or anything on the software or the surf test itself? Or?
No, come see us in our showroom for our demonstration.
there you go. Okay, Chris, thank you.
Thank you.
And now we're going to go over, run over here. We got a couple gentlemen here who are going to talk to us about our last product that we're going to look at here today. And this is a, This is a CMM with, it looks like a big old Renishaw probe on it.
Yes.
And what are we talking? What are we looking at here?
This is a Krista.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. Let me introduce. This is Gene Hands and Peter Weber.
This is a Krista Apex S coordinate measuring machine is a traditional bridge style machine. Its accuracy begins at 1.9 microns. It is outfitted with a Revo scanning probe from Renault. This scanning probe allows a large amount of data to be gathered very quickly and to actually do form construction of any geometry as it measures. It also, because of its length, can reach in accessibly to many tight places.
And tell us what's unique about the Renault. I mean, I've heard that the Revo's been around for a few years now, and what's unique is that, if I understand, is the Revo itself can position itself, right? It doesn't rely necessarily on the CMM to move it. Is that right?
Correct. That's correct.
Yes. It's the probe head that actually swivels and does a lot of the touch measurements and or scanning measurements. A very unique thing about that probe is the fact that you can gasket scan extremely rapid. It also has the capabilities of sweep scanning, which you can cover a tremendous amount of area in a very short period of time. And you also have the spiral scanning for cylinders on the form side of it as well.
And that's where the probe itself actually spins around, right? It doesn't rely on the CMM to have to make all those coordinated movements. Okay,
yes.
All right. So, and what does that buy you, being able to, or was that by the customer, being able to have a Revo head?
Because you're not moving the machine in such large increment movements, you can localize the probe head, and it will do all the moving. Therefore, you're moving a much quicker, small, tight area faster. The machine only has to make very discrete, small moves to keep the probe moving along its projected path.
And that means less settling time too then as well, right?
Less settling time, and you don't have any of the effects of the machine dynamics of torque and twist as the bridge is moving.
Okay. I'm assuming also that the Revo and in this configuration here is easier to get to hard to reach places, or does that play into it much at all?
Yes, it's actually the Revo itself can be configured to picking up different length styli. A great feature is the ability to get down deep into bores. Very complex geometry characteristics, something other than your basic prismatic features. That's the highlight of this probe.
Okay, and it's available on which machines?
The Revo is available from the Krista Apex 1200 series and higher. This particular machine is a 12-20-10 or 1.2 meter, 2 meter by 1 meter. The machine actually can be bought in a 1.2 by 1 meter. That would be the beginning size.
Okay. And anything else you guys want to touch on here, or did we cover it? Or?
I would say one of the best applications to see the full feature benefits would be the airfoil technology and the blisk measuring, where this does not require multiple probe changes to access the entire part. It changes and accesses the entire part as it moves.
So that's something that would have been difficult to do with a standard probe on a CMM. Again, all that coordinated movement.
Correct.
Right.
Yes. As far as fixed probes go, this gives you a much better solution as far as the flexibility of the probe itself goes.
So probably faster measurement, I would assume, on things like blisks and okay.
Absolutely, approximately 50% faster.
Okay, all right. And this is new on Mitutoyo CMMs?
We do have case studies
Okay.
available.
All right.
But other than that, yes, we have it now.
Okay, terrific. All right, thanks, guys. Anything else? We touched on it? All right, well, okay. All right, we're actually going to go back to another room for, the rooms keep abounding here in the new facility here in Aurora. This one, we're going to go back with Mike again at the Mitutoyo Institute of Technology.
Thanks, Dirk. Right now you're looking at our brand new Mitutoyo Institute of Metrology. This area was created specifically to train our customers. Both Mitutoyo Corporation and Mitutoyo America give back to society by teaching them metrology. This room was created with our customers in mind. This separates them from our outside vendors and demonstration area so they can concentrate on the goal of teaching them metrology. Mitutoyo America, like Mitutoyo Japan, maintains a full range of courses. We teach items like gauge calibration, gauge R&R, small tool calibration, as well as measurement uncertainties. This is our brand new education facility. Thanks, and back to you, Dirk.
And welcome back. And we got the whole crew here in front of us here at the new M3 Solution Center at the brand new building for Mitutoyo in Aurora, Illinois. And Mark, before we go on, there was you had something you want to talk about in terms of your Gold Care, right?
Yeah, Gold Care is a bundling package. It's a productivity package, and essentially it's for things that were traditionally for sale, we've bundled in the purchase of our capital equipment, being the Krista Apex S type machine, as well as the manual machines, and we do have a Gold Care available for the vision systems as well. So part of the package are a 2-year warranty, stylus and fixturing kits, and MeasureLink software, for that matter. We're throwing that in as well. So.
Okay. And I believe we have a little video we're going to run on. Before we run that video, we have some questions that come in. We'll get back to those questions in just a second. Remember, if you've got any questions, now's the time to ask them. Send your questions to techno-live@qualitydigest.com, and we'll get to the here in just a minute after we run this little video on Gold Care.
To commemorate Mitutoyo America Corporation's 50th year, we have developed the new Mitutoyo Gold Care Limited Edition Productivity Program that offers a wide range of services and support for selected Mitutoyo capital equipment products. With any capital expenditure, a customer looks to the manufacturer to provide extended services and true cost of ownership value beyond the initial purchase. This Gold Care package was developed with items delivered at time of purchase with no additional cost, including a 2nd-year extended warranty. We are extremely confident in our industry-leading quality, so much that we have extended the warranty by an additional year. This gives you the confidence that Mitutoyo will stand behind its products and services for 2 full years. A 2-year bronze calibration agreement is included on all Gold Care CNC coordinate measuring machines and vision measuring machines. Our calibration technicians perform services to the highest industrial standards and are A2LA certified. This ensures the highest degree of traceability and reliability in the industry. Don't be fooled by cut-rate calibration certificates. Demand the best with proper practices and adjustments provided by the manufacturer. Even local travel costs are included. 5-year free technical support on any Gold package. We ask you to compare Mitutoyo to other manufacturers and identify the true cost for software support. No expensive maintenance agreements here. Just make contact with Mitutoyo's highly trained staff of software support technicians and application engineers. Dare to compare the long-term expensive cost of these services from others. Fixture kits are included on all Gold Care packages. Designed and manufactured by our subsidiary in Germany, Mitutoyo now offers a full line of fixturing components for CMM, vision, and form products. Each fixture is tailored for your individually purchased product. Stylus kits for Mitutoyo are included on all touch-based systems. This new line of stylus kits include various different styli to meet most probing applications. Made by Mitutoyo, ensures that the highest quality materials and exacting production techniques are used to ensure a quality you can trust. Choose from M2 or M3 thread designs for flexibility. MeasureLink Real-Time Professional Edition software is included on all Gold Care CNC coordinate measuring machines and vision measuring systems. Take a real drive into data collection with the included copy of MeasureLink 7, the real-time data collection standard from Mitutoyo. Designed and developed in the US, this product is Windows 7 ready and features a newly designed user interface and full functionality. No trial versions here. Data collection is now a part of Mitutoyo's gold standard. We at Mitutoyo hope you find this introduction to our Gold Care products and services to be what we consider the best combination of value within the industry. The global power of Mitutoyo has banded together to build a comprehensive care package that gives our customers service and support for years to come. For more information regarding the limited edition Gold Care Productivity Program, visit our new website at www.mitutoyo.com.
Okay, and we did have a couple questions come in. We'll get to those right now. Can you speak to warranties, training, and other support offered for your new products? Who should do that?
Our training on new products is available on all of our products. An example of the CMM, we cover it 7 days for 2 people. We have CNC machines. We also have manual machines on our form products as well. It covers an array of time frame that is based on the equipment.
Okay. Can you hold that for me, Mark? Sure. Just 1 second. Okay. I see we had some other questions come in. What do we got? What about metric micron measurements outside the U.S.? I hope I can switch between inches and metrics data as I need and want in Gauge and in database. I think this is referring to the calipers, actually.
Did they mention something about out of the country, or?
Well, it says, what about metric micron measurements outside the U.S.? I'm not.
Metric. There's something called perfect metric products, small tools, calipers, micrometers, and digital indicators. Typically, in the United States, you have inch to metric conversion buttons. In a lot of countries, you basically only have a metric exclusive product. So, we're obviously an inch-friendly country, so we sell the majority of the inch metric products here in the United States.
Okay. Another question here. You say accuracy 1.5 micron. Gauge is, and I think they're asking, gauge R&R or just average calibration bias?
You want to take that on?
So, somebody want to take that on?
I think you were referring to the accuracy statement for the Krista. That's the beginning number for its accuracy formula, 1.9. That's the inherent inaccuracy of the machine at its very start with a touch probe, and that's how all ISO standard formulas are rated, with that beginning number. There's also a factor of 3 over 1,000 as part of our formula, but the basic machine starts at 1.9, so that would not necessarily be your repeatability.
And also, didn't we say a 1.5 micron on the Quick Vision? Am I right on that?
That's correct.
So same question?
It's
or?
basically the same answer. For our factor, it's 1.5 plus 3 L over 1,000, L being length in millimeters.
Okay. All right, let's see if we got any more questions here. If you'll hold that for me again. I got 2 hands. All right. No, that's it. That's it for the questions. Was there anything else that you guys wanted to add on your specific products or the new facility in general?
Actually, I just wanted to add one thing. Obviously, the grand opening and everything is today, but tomorrow is the open house, open to the public. We will have that going from 9 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We have wonderful industry-leading experts in for seminars, so please contact us and sign up for that. In fact, you can email Karen.Sumner, SUMNER, at Mitutoyo.com to register for those events tomorrow. And yeah, we look forward to our customers coming out and enjoying the new facility.
And if they want to know where the new facility is, can they just go to Mitutoyo.com?
That is correct. We are at 965 Corporate Boulevard in Aurora, Illinois. And yeah, they can go ahead and Google that and find their way out here.
And I hope you've been able to see it there on the video, but this the Solution Center is really pretty amazing. And the whole building is calibration center, repair center, Mitutoyo Institute. It's quite a remarkable place, brand new building. 4,000 square feet, right? This part of it, right?
For the Metrology Center.
For the Metrology
Yes,
Center, all right.
that is correct.
Okay, guys, anything else? We good? All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, thanks to all of you, and thanks to Mitutoyo for inviting us in to take a look at their new facility. And their ribbon cutting is going to be happening in just not to half an hour from now or so.
A couple of moments here.
Yep. So all right. So thank all of you for joining us with TechnorazziLIVE, and we hope to see you at the next one. Oh, by the way, be sure to watch our show every Friday morning, Quality Digest Live at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And there's usually a link on our homepage, or you'll get an email on that. So once again, thank you for joining us at TechnorazziLIVE.